Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because the NFL rumor mill is buzzing, and this time it's all about a potential blockbuster trade involving the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Specifically, the talk is about Antoine Winfield Jr., the star safety from Tampa Bay, potentially coming to the Giants. And let me tell you, if this deal goes down, it could be a game changer for the Giants, secondary, and their entire championship outlook this season. Look, everyone knows the Giants' secondary has been a bit of a roller coaster this year. They've had their bright spots, no doubt, but inconsistency has been the name of the game. Injuries to Nubin and Johnson Jr., both battling shoulder issues and questionable for Week 13, have left the backfield vulnerable, especially in a division where passing attacks are thriving. The Giants' pass defense, which was supposed to be a strength, has struggled to contain top-tier receivers, and that's why adding a seasoned, high-caliber safety like Winfield Jr. could be exactly what they need to solidify the back end and take that next step toward playoff success. Now let's talk about Winfield Jr. himself, a player who's been making waves since he was drafted in 2020. Over 6 seasons, he's accumulated an impressive resume. 300 solo tackles, 120 assists, 15 sacks, 12 interceptions, and 8 forced fumbles. His PFF grade hovers around 88, 5, which is outstanding for a safety, and his coverage grade is just as impressive at 89. 2, this guy is a true ball hawk, a predator in the backfield, and a nightmare for offenses trying to find seams in the Giants' secondary. Statistics don't lie. Winfield Jr. is a game changer. He's known for his ability to shut down big plays, allowing only about 4 yards after catch per reception. And he's been a key part of the Buccaneers' defense, which, despite some struggles, has relied heavily on his instincts and leadership. In 2024, he's played all 11 games, racking up 40 solo tackles, 25 assists, 2 sacks, and 1 interception for 30 yards, along with 2 forced fumbles. His PFF grade this year is an eye-popping 87. And he's been a consistent force against the run and pass alike, supporting the Bucs' efforts to generate turnovers and keep points down. The Buccaneers, meanwhile, are in a tricky spot cap-wise. They're sitting on about $13 million in cap space, but after their recent struggles, faltering to a 4-7 record and giving up an average of 27. 6 points per game, they're in rebuild mode. The defense has been leaking yards and big plays, especially after allowing 3 sacks per game. With Tom Brady retired, and the team focusing on rebuilding their offensive line and receiver core, Tampa is eyeing a future that might not include Winfield Jr. if they can't lock him down long-term. The buzz is that they're considering trading him before the deadline, especially since they're also prioritizing a V extension after allowing a high number of sacks and struggling to generate pressure. For the Giants, acquiring Winfield Jr. would be like adding a Swiss Army knife. His presence would boost their secondary, which has been a bit of a patchwork quilt this season. His ability to cover, tackle, and create turnovers could elevate the defense to a whole new level, especially in critical moments. Remember, the Giants have been battling through injuries at safety, and the addition of a player of Winfield's caliber could help them not only plug the gaps, but also set a tone for the rest of the defense. Let's do a quick comparison of what he could bring to the table. Currently, the Giants' safeties, with McKinney as the leader, are projected to see a significant jump in INTs, possibly from 10 to 22, with coverage efficiency improving by around 17%. That's huge. His ability to read plays and break up passes would reduce big plays allowed, which has been a thorn in the Giants' side this season. Their stats show that they've been giving up an average of 25, 8 points per game, but with Winfield, that could come down to around 20. Plus, his knack for creating turnovers, forced fumbles, interceptions, and tackles for loss would be a massive boost in establishing dominance in the backfield. And speaking of matchups, imagine Winfield Jr. patrolling alongside McKinney with Nubin and Johnson Jr., potentially coming back healthy, giving the Giants a formidable secondary. The numbers tell us that with Winfield, the Giants could see improvements across multiple key metrics. Third down stops could increase from 36% to over 51%, reducing the opponent's success rate. Mismatches against TEs like Dallas Goedert could become less problematic because Winfield's coverage skills are top tier. His ability to cover tight ends and slot receivers alike, combined with his aggressive run support, makes him a perfect fit for the Giants' defensive scheme. Now, let's not forget the impact on the team's overall vibe. Winfield's leadership qualities, his instinctive play style, and his experience in high-pressure situations, having played in the playoffs and multiple high-stakes games, would bring a veteran presence that the Giants desperately need. His influence would be felt both on and off the field, elevating the entire defense and perhaps even inspiring the younger players to step up their game. Of course, the Buccaneers won't part with Winfield Jr. easily. They see him as a core piece for their future, especially as they look to rebuild the roster. But if the Giants can package a third-round pick in the 2026 draft and some additional considerations, Tampa might just bite. It's a bold move, but one that could pay dividends, especially given the Giants' current defensive trajectory and their need to solidify that backline for a playoff push. Let's also consider the broader NFL landscape. The trade rumors are swirling, and analysts like Adam Schefter and Rossini have highlighted that the Buccaneers are exploring options to rebuild their secondary with younger, cheaper players. Winfield Jr., with his proven track record and high PFF grade, fits the profile of a player who can impact a defense immediately. His ability to patrol the deep middle, support run defense, and create turnovers aligns perfectly with what the Giants need to take that next step toward contending for the NFC East crown and beyond. In the grand scheme of things, adding a player like Winfield would be a statement move from the Giants' front office, signaling their commitment to winning now and building a defense that can carry them deep into the playoffs. It's a move that fans would rally behind, a move that could change the narrative of this season and set the stage for sustained success. The NFC East is competitive, no doubt, with teams like the Cowboys, Eagles, and Commanders all vying for supremacy, but a bold trade like this could give the Giants the edge they need to emerge as division champions and make a real run at the Super Bowl. So as the deadline approaches, all eyes are on Tampa Bay and New York. Will the Giants pull the trigger on this high-stakes deal? Will Tampa decide to hold onto Winfield Jr. and try to rebuild around him? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, the potential addition of Anton Winfield Jr. to the Giants' roster is one of the most exciting stories in the NFL right now, and it could reshape the NFC East landscape for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Winfield Jr. would be the perfect piece to complete the Giants' defense? Or are you cautious about giving up a third-round pick in 2026 for a player who might not get traded at all? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest news and insights on your Giants journey. Let's keep the hope alive and continue dreaming big, because with this kind of move, who knows? Maybe a Super Bowl run is closer than we think.